Dave, thank you so much for coming on today. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. How about you?
Awesome. Good to hear. I'm very, very good. Thank you for asking. Um, Dave, we usually always kick off these interviews to kind of get to know the trader. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Is trading your full-time job? Do you do other work on the side, or is trading the side hobby and you have a full-time job, for example?
Yeah, trading is kind of the side hobby. Um,
Very nice.
I've been sort of dabbling in it for a long time, but my I have a few Airbnbs, um,
Oh, wow.
so uh, those are more like the real job.
Sure, sure. No, that's amazing. So quite an entrepreneur, you would say you are.
Sure. I just actually I worked for a long time as a computer programmer, and I left that just in December. So this whole thing of like not having a quote unquote job is pretty new to me. Um,
Yeah. It's funny. We find a lot of people in kind of programming, a lot of the techie fields. They do very well in trading. I'm guessing it's probably a mindset thing, maybe. Are you quite a logical minded person?
I try to be.
Quite statistical driven?
As I get
Yeah.
older, I've found that I'm far more emotional than I thought when I was younger. But like
You should have started trading younger then.
yeah,
No. But no, that's awesome. And you said you've been dabbling with trading for quite a few years. How long ago roughly was it when you first got into trading?
I started investing in like stocks and mutual funds back in '96. Um, so that's a long time ago.
Wow. Yeah.
And then I did some stuff with like options and some commodities like in the 2010 time frame, and then more recently like done some crypto and then this stuff with the forex. Gold being kind
Amazing.
of a foreign exchange currency.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure, sure. So is gold kind of the main asset you kind of trade
yeah.
on a day-to-day basis? Yeah, very awesome. Um, do you still kind of invest to this day, or have you kind of you're happy being a day trader? A bit more excitement.
No, I mean this. It's some of each. Let's just say that.
Yeah. No, that sounds good. Sounds really good. Well, it sounds like, I mean, you've been dabbling in the markets. I was just a child when you started, so that shows the years of experience that you have. And you've done phenomenally well so far. So I'm really curious, kind of how long did it take you before you? Because day trading is different to investing. Investing is very slow paced, very logical. You spread your bets essentially, diversify. Day trading is kind of like a wild roller coaster, especially for a beginner. A whole different animal. How long did it take you before you kind of started seeing results with your day trading?
Uh, I mean, you see results right away, right? They're just not necessarily positive.
I like that. That's that's an incredible. Oh, that's amazing. I love that. I need to write that down at some point and get a T-shirt printed or something. That's a really good quote. I love it. But you're right. You're right. It's when you start. I, every trader has kind of two different paths they take. Some people just lose right away and keep losing, and then they kind of dig themselves out over time. Some people actually do quite well at first, get really big headed about it, think it's easy, and then completely crash. Um, how was it for you? Did you have kind of
I
early
mean,
success?
I'm kind of a risk averse trader, so like uh, the whole one of my biggest issues really is trade size up to where if I'm profitable, it's like,
Mm,
oh, now it's not just overcoming the cost of like commissions and tax prep fees and whatnot. Um,
yeah.
Like having the like when I win, it has to be big enough to overcome all the costs, or else it's not really a win, right?
Sure, sure. Is that because you don't put enough size on your trades, or you don't allow them to
I mean,
run?
historically, that's been a
Yeah,
problem.
it's funny.
Like in crypto, you can trade for a few cents a trade, right? Like it's not a
Yeah,
problem. And the uh, the commissions, I mean, they don't call them that, but like, or maybe they do. It depends on how you're doing it, right? If you're at a brokerage or just on chain, they can be so small that it feels like, oh, I'm at least making a profit, right? But then tax prep fees eat it up if you're not like making, big profits. Um,
sure, sure. No, it's very interesting because you have your problem is the opposite of what most traders have. Most traders put too much risk on the table, because they're trying to make huge sums of money from something small. Um, I would say you're probably in the better side of that equation.
I mean,
It's better to be, like you said, more risk averse than so risky that you're blowing up accounts.
yeah, well, you've got to have a strategy, right? Like, okay, these are my rules. If I follow the rules, I win X percentage of the time. And then if that's high enough, then in the long run, then you make money, right? So figuring out like, are my rules actually valid or not,
Yeah,
takes time, and you can't do it if you blow all your money, right? You never get
exactly.
there. You never get
Yeah.
to the long run.
No, you're absolutely right. And I think that shows a level of maturity in your trading. I see, I interview so many different traders, talk to so many different traders, and I see a clear divide of people who are viewing it as a get rich quick scheme and people who are viewing it as a legitimate longer term kind of business or career. The people who view it as a get rich quick scheme, they put on so much size and kind of gamble it. Oh, I think gold's going up. I'm just going to put loads of lots on and hope
Yeah.
for the best. And if it goes against me, that's my account gone. But if it goes in my favor, I've made, a very considerable amount of money. And then there's the people similar to you who are way more, they understand that it's the small gains. They look at it from a percentage perspective rather than the dollar amount. And they understand that, if you chip away at it, it compounds, it grows, you get bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
And in a month, you're going to be in a better position than if you gambled it on one trade. And it's traders like yourself that last for a long time. You're in the business for years and years and years, just chipping away at it, making money every month, rather than the trader who might have a really good month, but then the next month he's broke again. So you're doing it the right way. I promise you that. That's the only way to do it long term with trading. Unless you're a gambler at heart and you want to have a bit of action, absolutely fine. But then you can't really call yourself a trader.
No, I mean, I've met people who are into, counting cards and whatnot, and that's a special
Yeah.
kind of person. But like even that, like they get uh, banned from casinos and whatnot.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, how is that helpful?
Yeah.
And you can't do that here, right? There's no counting cards when you're trading gold.
No, no. But there is an edge.
Yeah,
There is an edge, and that's actually a really good example because, I've seen card counters like on YouTube, online, and they go around in groups and they dress up in disguises and things to kind of, evade the pit bosses because they all have like a list of names of people who are
yeah,
banned, and they understand, but they have a small edge if they count cards, and if they play enough hands, that edge will play out. They might have a bad day where they lose money, but then over time the math plays out and they always end up in the green. And it's no different with trading though. You got to kind of treat it like that, right? You realize you have an edge. You've done your back testing, your forward testing. You recognize, okay, if I take enough trades that meet these requirements over time, over hundreds of trades, I will be up X amount or X amount percent. And you got to allow that that edge to play out. Even if you have a 5 trade losing streak and you're thinking about, changing the recipe, don't stick to what you know works statistically, and it will play out. And that's the difference between good traders and bad traders. Generally speaking, it's all in the mind.
I mean, I can't disagree with any of that, right?
Yeah.
Like, the one thing I would add is having the perseverance and just the focus to keep at it. Like, it's a real bummer when you've been in a trade and it's been successful and you don't get out while it's up, and then it goes back down again, and then you lose whatever you had, right?
Yeah.
That's no fun.
The most painful one, I think, when you're up an amount and it's a good amount,
Yeah.
And it goes against you, and then you're back to either zero or you've lost or you got stopped out.
Yeah.
That hurts more than just being stopped out.
Yeah. Yeah. But if you're not, if you're
Yeah.
not around watching it, or, I mean, if you plan well and you've got like a take profit automatically set, and you can have it get you out automatically when you get to wherever you think you need to be in order to have that long-term repeatability, then great, right? It's not always possible to have it be automated, though. And,
Yeah. No, absolutely. Absolutely. And would you say you're kind of more of a swing trader, intraday, scalper? What kind of style do you
no,
have?
more like a swing trader,
Okay, very nice. Very
which is
nice.
kind of difficult sometimes with the prop firms, because sometimes you got to get out for news or for a weekend or whatever, right?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. But the truth, I'm assuming you took the. I've actually forgot which one allows news trading. We have two accounts, Pro and Prime. I forget which one is news trading allowed. It's basically made for swing traders.
Yeah, I think for all
So
my
yeah, you can.
Hola Prime challenges that I've purchased, I've done the Pro.
Pro, yeah, it would be Pro then. Yeah. So yeah, there are kind of like with Hola Prime, we do have accounts that obviously allow news trading, and because we understand, of course, like if you're a swing trader, you don't really want to be exiting your position only because high impact news is
Yeah.
coming out, and you know that. Okay, fair enough. If it's like FOMC, like last week, I believe it was, like a big one, yeah, all right. You might want to reconsider being in the market for something huge, But generally speaking, red folder news, if you're a swing trader, you have a big enough room for kind of, to allow those swings to happen. But that's awesome. Dave, is it possible we could see a little bit of your strategy and kind of what you look for on a day-to-day basis when it comes to trading?
Let me see if I can find the share button again.
Sure.
Are you seeing my
Lovely.
trading view here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I
So
can.
this is kind of a custom strategy, and it's basically like if the green dot is below the trend, then it means short, and I mean, mostly it's telling me to short, right? But
Yeah.
like in here, that would have worked, right? If it tells you to short here, then you get out there, that kind of thing.
Gotcha.
So it changes some depending on what time frame you're looking at. So see, like here, if it tells you to short there, then you can write it down for a while, and then it comes up more frequently on the lower time frames.
Yeah.
So
So
I mean,
do
this
you
is
usually look at...
I have a number of different indicators that I use, but with
Yeah.
TradingView, you can kind of turn them on and off depending on what the market's doing.
Gotcha. And do you usually analyze on the 2 hour or daily, or which kind of time frame is your favorite?
I kind of like to look at like the 2 hour or the 20 minute to time entries, but then I like to keep in mind what the daily trend is doing. So,
Hmm.
uh, I mean, it can look on the short term like things are going up or down or whatever, but if the overall market is going up and your short term is saying things are going down, you can still get burned. Um,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. We've all been there, being on the wrong side of the market.
yeah,
Um,
the trend is your
yeah, no,
friend.
always the exactly what I was about to say. The trend is your friend. Very, very true. Um, so this indicator you're using, what exactly, like the dots, what exactly is it kind of showing you? Does that make sense? Like, what are the dots representing?
Um, well, there's kind of a thing where um, like the green dot is the take profit one, and then you size things so that you can do two take profits, and you let a little bit of it run even past that. Um, and then the red dot is where to take a um, like the stop loss. Um,
Right.
so
Okay, interesting. So you essentially enter what other people's stops are.
I mean,
You're a market maker.
it's tough to be a market maker. I've tried that. I've made some money doing a little bit of that. I mean, not full scale, but I'm just saying like doing arbitrage in crypto can be profitable sometimes. But like it's hard with gold to do that. And yet gold has the market size, right? Like
Yeah.
it's easy with crypto too. You get somebody, I mean, I'm not saying any of this is easy. Like it's easy to get burned with crypto where you think everything's good, but then you get one whale coming in and everything gets thrown out of whack. And with, so much of crypto, the the market caps are so small that that's really easy to have that happen. So
Oh yeah.
uh, no, what I'm saying is more like, uh, if you can get in uh, when it's saying that you have a certain amount of run up possible, that's great, but if it goes against you, you got to know when to get out. So the red is actually like my stop loss, uh, depending on which time frame I'm trading. Like it's going to change depending on time frame, but that's the idea with the dots. Yeah.
Gotcha. No, really interesting, really interesting, and you're absolutely right. I mean, this is it when it comes to trading. There's a million and one ways to trade the markets, and you got to find something that works for you and your lifestyle. Like you said, you're a busy man. You have Airbnbs, you have a day job. You can't be sitting there all day staring at screens, scalping. You want
Yeah.
something that,
I
that,
mean,
that
even if
suits
you
your
don't
lifestyle, right?
have a day job, like cars break down, you got to be away from the computer. You got to, like you can only
Yeah.
trade certain times. And if you got to like take a car to the shop or something, you got to be away. They're only open during certain hours. So it can be hard to fit
Yeah.
things in even without a day job.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And gold is a great instrument to trade. Personally, I am scared of gold. I tend not to touch it.
Okay.
So I have huge respect for anyone who does trade gold. It's just not my. It's too crazy. But it's very liquid, So you're
Yeah.
right. It's not like some of these small cap cryptos where one whale can crash the market, or one person or one entity can make damage. Like it's too liquid. There's too much liquidity in gold for. I mean, the swings are still quite erratic at times, but it's you know the kind of ranges of what to expect. So awesome, really awesome. And what about all these indicators at the bottom? I see you have the RSI. I think everyone pretty much knows what the RSI, but there's two above it.
Yeah, no, actually, I rarely use this one. I should have it turned off. I just don't right now. And even though this says RSI, it's kind of an improved RSI. I mean, it's custom. I didn't write it. A guy I know did it. He goes by the name Privacy Smurf. So,
Nice.
but he kind of he has ranges. So like, if this pink line is descending, then that's kind of bearish. But then if the pink line goes below the red line, then a lot of times that can signal that there's about to be a big crash, like not a, oh, it's been bearish, we're waiting for it to rebound. And then when it goes above the green line, it's kind of the same deal, but in the other direction. Like that's signaling a big upward move. So it's good if you can have agreement between the dots and the RSI, or this kind of custom RSI. Like a normal RSI doesn't have so many lines. It's just an oscillator. Like it'd be more like the pink line here without the ranges defined.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's awesome. That's really awesome. Yeah, amazing. Thank you for sharing your strategy. Really enjoyed that. Seeing just seeing how other people trade is always interesting, and there's always something anyone can learn. I don't think you're ever, as a trader, your journey never truly ends. You're always evolving. The markets are always evolving, so it's always good to kind of keep your mind open to different ideas and different theories, and kind of maybe if you like something, implement it in your own strategy, and that's what being a trader is all about. So awesome stuff. I'd like to move on to psychology,
Okay.
because obviously psychology is a huge part when it comes to trading, right? And how did you did you struggle with the psychological side at first?
Oh yeah.
Because you seem very grounded and very logical. I can almost feel like you just, from the get-go, you were good. You didn't break any rules.
Yeah, I don't know about that. No, I've gotten burned a lot of times by psychology. Like, you just, I mean, like you were talking about gold, right? And like, look at this chart, right? I mean, I know you're in it all the time, but this run up that we've had in gold, like that can make it feel like, man, if I just buy gold and just wait, it'll be worth more. But like back here, it felt that way too, right?
Yeah.
And it didn't do the run up forever. Run ups don't go forever. So it's easy to get caught up in this frenzy buying, right? And then you end up buying at the top, and then you're discouraged at the bottom, and you sell at the bottom, and you're doing the exact opposite of what you should be doing. I mean, that's
Absolutely.
yeah, that's totally a thing, and it's hard to fight that.
Oh yeah, FOMO, fear of missing out, 100%. That's a big one. I mean, I think every trader again has experienced that. What about like revenge trading? That was one I always struggled with.
I mean, one time one of my kids got a hold of a hammer. It was maybe a rubber mallet. I don't know. I don't remember exactly. I think it might have been a rubber mallet. And he wanted to hit this 2-liter pop bottle with it, with the cap on. And you can imagine, like, that thing's going to be a big old spring, right? And he hit it, and the mallet bounced back and hit him. And
I
it's
shouldn't laugh, but
like the harder you hit it, the harder it's going to bounce back and hit you. And that's not
yeah,
a good game to play.
no,
But I
definitely
feel
not.
like it's kind of the way revenge trading is, right? You need to have your rules and then follow them, and not you can't. I mean, like the market doesn't feel it if you lose money. Like it's not gonna,
Mm.
right? It doesn't
But you
care.
do, you do.
Yeah,
And that's how you learn, though, right? Humans learn from pain. I'm sure if you told your son beforehand, oh, don't do that, you might hurt yourself.
yeah,
It was only until the hammer or the mallet hit him, then he realized, okay, yeah, I'm definitely never doing that again, and for sure never doing that again. So, um, and it's the same, the amount of times I tell newer traders, psychology is number one when it comes to trading. These are kind of, no FOMO, no revenge trading, stay disciplined, wait for the entry, be patient, all the stuff that, every trader knows. No one listens. No one will actively do it until the market burns them. And only then do they realize, once they had that pain, okay, yeah, maybe I should have listened. But that's just human nature, right? It's almost the evolution of every trader out there. Like, you have to go through that to kind of become a good trader, I think.
yeah. We definitely learn through pain, and the
Yeah.
market likes to deliver that, right?
Oh, the market. I'm convinced the market moves on pain.
Yeah,
Uh, the more people in pain, the quicker the market moves. But absolutely. And uh, was there any kind of like tips or tricks you kind of used to kind of overcome a lot of those psychological barriers?
no.
Fair enough.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's just well. I mean, we were talking earlier about like trade size, right?
Mm.
And I think, I guess for me, it's like on the one hand, I know I have to trade big enough to overcome expenses, but on the other hand, I can't, blow the rent money either, or the
Yeah.
mortgage money, or the
Sure.
grocery money, or like so uh, that's
It
not
keeps you
fun.
grounded. Yeah. You're forced to be grounded. Absolutely.
Yeah,
But I'm glad you recognize that. Because generally speaking, I would always say, if you have a day job, don't quit your day job. Even if you're making a bit of money trading, because the moment you get rid of that stable income, guaranteed income, and now you're relying 100% on trading income, the level of pressure you're going to feel to ensure, okay, I have these bills to pay, I need to make X amount, that becomes very difficult. You're just making it so much harder for yourself. Trading should always be like a side gig that, hopefully you make money from, and as and just let it grow from there. And if it gets to the point where you're making more money from trading than your day job, still keep your day job for as long as you can, because it can very quickly reverse on you when it comes to trading. So I'm glad you recognize that as well, because it's the right way to do it. I think make it easier for yourself. Um, I'd love to move on and talk a little
sure.
bit about Ola Prime.
Okay.
Uh, how has your experience been with Ola Prime so far?
I have a payout, uh, coming, but this is my first one, so
Mm,
it's a little bit hard to. Um,
sure.
I mean, I
Well,
I understand they come pretty quickly, like once you've
yeah,
done all the
yeah.
things. Um, but it's. I mean, again, I try to be kind of reserved and
No, totally get
wait
it,
and see.
and that's absolutely, absolutely valid. Kind of hard to give a full review until until you've got the payout and everything and all that. But apart from the payout process, because obviously you can't really comment on that at this moment in time. But like, I don't know, have you used the support at any point? The platform, the ease of, the trading rules. Did you, yeah, like overall, other parts of Hola Prime? How has it been?
I mean, it's been okay so far. Um, there, um, I haven't gotten, I haven't had anything happen where uh, it was like, oh my gosh, they canceled my account, and that wasn't even a rule. Like, I mean, it sounds maybe silly, but I have had that with other prop firms. So, um,
Yeah.
like that that's the worst, right? Like,
No, of course. I mean, that's unacceptable. But yeah, hey, look, I guess if you've never needed to use the support or anything, that's a good thing, right?
yeah,
Everything's running smooth, so great to hear it, and I'm sure you'll be very happy when the payout comes. What's the future for you? Are you looking to get more accounts, scale up the capital, or are you happy with the 100K account now and just kind of get some payouts on that monthly or weekly? I'm not sure which payout cycle you have.
no, I did the weekly one. Um, Again, it's kind of like that idea of I don't want to get into a trade and have it go up. I mean, in value, right? It's going my way. Like, even if I'm shorting and it goes down, but if right, then it's still going my way. I don't want to make money and then lose it again because I never got out. So yeah, I figure it's good to keep a short leash on it
Makes
and
sense. Yeah, no, absolutely makes 100% sense. A lot of traders do similar things, even if they're on the bi-weekly or monthly. They have a certain goal, maybe 2-3%. When they hit that, they just stop trading. So if they hit it in the first week, they're not trading for 3 weeks until they get their payout because they want to secure that money. But then a lot of them they'll have multiple accounts, so they'll trade one account 1 week, secure it, second account second week, secure it, and do it like that. Which is also a very liable strategy, to be fair. Are you looking to get more accounts with us in the future?
um, I mean, we'll see. How things go. I uh, Potentially, but uh, for right now, like I have two, um, and I think that's good for now. Uh,
Oh, you have two accounts of us.
I do. There's one that's
Ah, okay.
still out there. Like I haven't
Oh,
made it past gotten funded with it. Uh,
gotcha,
so I only
gotcha.
have one funded, and then there's the other one that is still, kind of
In
growing.
the
I
challenge.
mean, yeah,
Yeah.
in the challenge phase. I think I'm actually below where I was when I started with that, so I'm in the negative, but it goes up and down. Uh, so
Yeah, yeah.
um,
There's no rush. And that's another thing. Never rush the challenges. Take your time with it. It's great if you can pass it in a few days, obviously, but there's an element of gambling involved if you're passing challenges in a few days. So, take your time, bit by bit. Just treat it like a funded account, and you'll get there. But you already know this. There's more for the viewers. But awesome. One last question, then I'll let you go, Dave. Naturally, a lot of people watching this are going to be struggling with trading. They're going to wish they were at the funded and payout stage of their trading career. Um, what's one bit of advice you could give to a person who's currently struggling?
it's kind of like in basketball. Like you're gonna miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Mm. Yep, 100%. Yeah, so just go for it, essentially.
I mean, you got to
Take the
have
risk.
like you were talking about earlier, I don't remember if it was before we started recording or not, but you have to have an edge. So you have to know that you have an edge, or you're like, then it is really just gambling.
Yeah. So first, find an edge, back test,
Yeah.
forward test.
And then you can have
Make
more
sure you
confidence in what you're doing.
exactly make sure you have an edge. Then that should build your confidence. Then go for it. Don't hold back, and let the edge play out. Amazing, amazing. Dave, thank you so much for coming on. It's been an absolute pleasure talking to you today. Thank you again for sharing your story, your charts, your strategy, and being an all-round great guy to talk to. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you.
Awesome.
It's
Thank you,
been good
Dave.
talking to you too, Sam.
And to all the... Oh, likewise, likewise. And to all the viewers, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy this video, go ahead, leave a thumbs up, subscribe, turn on channel notifications, join our Discord, and also make sure you tune in to Hola Prime TV every Monday to Friday, every trading day, where myself and other trading coaches break down the live markets, take live trades, and interact with all of you. So it's well worth tuning in. But apart from that, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you again very soon. Take care.
Thank you.
Hola Prime. Trade with transparency.